Hello, 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 everybody. It is 12:45 Mountain Time on Saturday, November the 25th, and we're going to be doing predictions today for Sunday, November the 26th for each sign. Plus, we're going to do 5 minutes worth of Reiki, and then we're going to have free-for-all question time after that. So, let's just start with Aries for Sunday, November the 26th. What do I have showing up for you guys? I'm getting a couple of different messages, guys. So for some of you, I do think that you are going to be boarding flights or on a flight on Sunday, the 26th. Maybe that's going to be for some business. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be to go home. But for some of you, I do feel like you're going to be actually flying. Obviously, that's not going to apply to every single Aries out there. The other thing that I have coming up is you guys are going to feel like you're running in circles trying to get things done. So, maybe you're thinking that you're all ready to do something and then realizing, oh, wait a second, I forgot to do this. Let me go back and catch that and then come back in. And running in circles is what I'm seeing for you guys for Sunday. Let's see about Taurus for November 26th. Taurus. Taurus, I really feel like on Sunday you're going to be putting your neck out there for somebody. For those of you who aren't in the U.S. and maybe haven't heard of that saying, this means you are taking a risk for somebody else. So you're putting your reputation on the line for them. So you may be recommending or referring someone to somebody else. And I feel like you may be wondering, Taurus, if this is kind of an iffy thing to do, like, I really want to help this person, but I'm not so sure that it's a good idea to stake my reputation on their behavior. I think you're going to do it anyway and hope for the best. I think most of you that's going to turn out just fine. There's only a small percentage of you that it won't. Those of you that it won't, just follow your gut. If you're thinking, ooh, I really shouldn't do this, then, ooh, you probably really shouldn't. Priscilla Higdon, glad to see you back again. How are you this morning? Afternoon, excuse me. I got a late start today. I had to have plumbers come in and unclog my sink. This is one of those days when I'm like, oh, thank goodness I only rent and I don't own my house. I don't have to pay this plumber to be here. Yay. All right, so let's look at Gemini for Sunday, November the 26th. What do we have coming in here? Gold, gold, gold. What are you talking about, gold? All right, so Gemini, what do we have showing up for you for Sunday? Gemini, I think that you have a really sweet moment coming in Sunday when you realize that somebody who's important to you has flaws that maybe you haven't seen for a long time. You've been kind of overlooking them. And I think that even when you see their flaws, you still just think that this person is so cute and adorable that you don't even mind their flaws. What a sweet, sweet moment for you, Geminis. La-di-di-da. For those of you who are here, if you do not mind sharing this type of thing, it would be wonderful if you would share wherever you share. That way people can get it on this video while it's still live. That's always more fun than after the fact. Cancers, let's look at you for Sunday, November the 26th. What do you guys have coming up for Sunday, November the 26th? Cancers, I've got a couple of messages coming in. They kind of revolve around a similar energy. I feel like some of you Cancers may be feeling like you're the oldest person in the room or the oldest person in the area on Sunday. And this may not be involving age either. It may be that you're like the most mature or the most knowledgeable, like everybody's kind of looking at you for the answers and the leadership on Sunday, Cancers. The other way that this is coming through is obviously going to only apply to some Cancers, but you may be feeling your age on Sunday. You may be realizing, oh, wow, I'm not a young 20-something person anymore. Okay, so that's what we have coming in for Cancers. There's Lorraine Southwick. I should stop bragging. She says she just paid for a well water pump replacement. $1,500, right? with all of that for only a few hours. I was really like, I know what you mean. Because I was like, I don't really want to bother anybody on Saturday. And then the property manager just happened to be here. So I said, since you're here anyway. But I'm not bragging. I'm just very counting my blessings is what I'm doing, Lorraine. Anna Lopez. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Oh, that was supposed to say good? You're good as gold. Priscilla Higdon is as good as gold today. Let's look at Leo. Because that's always the debate, to buy or to rent. To buy or to rent. Every time that lease comes up, to buy or to rent. Leo, Leo, Leo. I do like the lack of responsibility when you rent. If something breaks, you just get on the phone. Something's broken. That's all you have to do. That part I like a lot. Leo, November the 26th. What do we have coming in for you on Sunday? Leos, I think you are starting some kind of new cycle is what I'm hearing. New cycle is beginning for you on Sunday. For a lot of you, this is going to have to do with relationships. Not always romantic relationships. For some of you, it'll be a romantic relationship that you're starting a new cycle in. For others of you, this could be another type of relationship. So when I say you're starting a new cycle in a relationship, it could be that you have just totally kicked somebody to the curb and you're starting up with somebody new. But generally, a new cycle is more along the lines of whatever relationships you have, sort of taking them up to the next level of responsibility or the next level of security. So if it's a romantic relationship, you guys could go from just dating to exclusively dating, or to moving in together or getting engaged or even getting married. If it's a friendship, this could go more from, just casually running into each other whenever to actually saying, hey, would you like to meet for coffee, and setting an appointment to actually spend time with somebody, something like that. If this is like a relationship with a family member, this is where you guys are bonding more and you're doing better. Maybe you have a special project that you're working on together or someone that you're concerned about. And you're talking back and forth. So I just feel like, Leos, there's some kind of relationship that is being upgraded on Sunday. Quite welcome, Priscilla. You have to go move a cord of wood, Lorraine. Jeez. Wow. Well, I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. Natalia Cam. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you in the room. I think Lorraine is just bragging about all the work she's doing, trying to make me feel bad because I'm just sitting in front of a camera talking. That's what I think. Virgo, November the 26th, Sunday. What do we have coming in for you guys? I'm just joking with Lorraine, by the way, guys. What do we have for Virgos? Virgos, I really think that you're making some adjustments on Sunday, and you are making an effort to be more open with some particular people around you or a particular person around you. You're really trying to let them know what you've been feeling and what you've been thinking, and why things have been happening the way that they've been happening, and whatever else. Just trying to be more open with the people around you on Sunday, Virgo. That's what I have for you guys. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I do feel like there's some kind of issue that maybe you've been afraid to bring up. Maybe you were afraid that if you brought it up, people would feel insulted or offended, or it wouldn't really make things better. In fact, it might make things worse. I think that you're at a point now where you're just like, you know what, I just can't keep going like this. I've got to talk about this. And so that's why you're becoming more open. Virgos, Virgos. There's Virgos. On with Libra. Libra, Saturday, November the 20, Sunday, November the 26th, excuse me. Libra, Libra. By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I've been noticing that some of these daily predictions, like one of them actually happened for me What would that have been? 2 days after. No, a day after when I actually predicted it. So, but it still actually happened after I had thought, that didn't happen. So I guess we should keep our minds open to that. It may not be the very next day. Anyway, November the 26th, Sunday for Libras. Libras, I really feel like you're debating on Sunday. There's some kind of door that you could walk through, and I feel like you're debating whether you want to walk through that or not. So for some of you, this is going to be walking through a door to get out of something. And for others of you, this is going to be walking through a door to come into something. So I do believe that it's going to play out in different ways for different ones of you. I also feel like either way you're going, whether you're coming in or whether you're going out, whether you're coming or going, I think you're counting the cost first. You're kind of just thinking about to yourself, okay, say that if you're leaving a situation or you're considering leaving a situation, you're saying to yourself, okay, if I leave that, excuse me, then these are going to be the repercussions or the consequences of that. And am I prepared to have those as a part of my life? And if you're thinking about, going through a door into a new opportunity or a new situation or relationship or whatever, same thing, you're kind of counting the cost. Okay, if I go from whatever status I am right now, say that I go from single to in this relationship, then that means I lose a little bit of my free time and maybe I have to wash his socks or whatever. You're counting the cost. You're deciding, is it worth it to me to do this or not? And it doesn't have to be that we're talking about a new relationship. This can be about a new project, or this could be about a career change. But it's just a new opportunity that you're counting the cost before you make your decision whether you actually want to open that door and walk through it or not, whether you're going in or whether you're going out, Libra. Okay, so let's see about Scorpio. I feel like Scorpios on Sunday, there may be somebody giving you some kind of watered down message. And when I say watered down message, or I should say us because I'm a Scorpio too, but when I say watered down message, what I mean is there's somebody that's going to be giving us some kind of message or telling us something that they realize may be hard for us to hear. And so they're going to be giving us that message like in a they're not going to be delivering the full force of that message or the full power of that message. They're going to be making it seem like it's not such a big deal when really it's more significant than what they're presenting. Okay. And then for some of us, the other way that this is coming in is that for some of us, maybe we're not given that watered down message, but we're watering down our reaction to something on Sunday. So where maybe our normal reaction would be to puff up and pull that tail out and just take care of this little business right now. We're watering that down. We're just maybe trying to give somebody a warning. Hey, you're sort of walking on thin ice there, buddy, type of thing. But for some of us, we're going to be getting a watered down message. For others of us, we're going to try to handle a situation in a less emotional and dramatic way than what we could. We're going to be trying to just be more calm about it and not do any knee-jerk reactions. All right, and so that's going to be different for different ones of us. I do feel like there's a significant amount of us that there will be this coming in both ways. Even if we get a watered down message, that's the thing, Scorpios. Even if somebody gives us a watered down message, we see right through that stuff. I'm sorry, we know. And I think that may be what we're trying to react to in a watered down way is when somebody tries to give us a watered down message, we're trying to keep in mind this person is doing this because they care about us and they're afraid we're going to freak out if we know the whole thing. So we're trying to remember that they have good intentions. We're also a little bit pissed off that they think that they're going to get away with trying to give us a watered down message because really, who's going to do that to somebody like us? And then also, whatever this message is, I just feel like this is not really something that's making us happy. So I feel like we're really working it to try to water down our reactions, Scorpios. That's the bottom line right there. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. What do we have coming up for you guys? Sunday, November the 26th. Sagittarius, I feel like you have sort of a fishy situation going on in your life where you're getting bits and pieces of the truth. And you're getting enough bits and pieces of the truth to know that there are some pieces missing here. It's like you know that there's more pieces to the puzzle, but they just aren't showing up. And so Sagittarius, I think Sunday you're going to know. There's kind of a rat in the woodpile type of thing. I'm just trying to feel around a little bit more. I have a feeling that the truth is going to come out completely for you guys. Some of you pretty quickly, but for others of you, no later than Tuesday, and then for even fewer of you, no later than Thursday. Like right now, you're just thinking things are suspicious. I shouldn't say right now, but Sunday, you're thinking things are suspicious. By no later than Thursday, you're going to know exactly what the rest of those puzzle pieces are that weren't showing up. So this thing being suspicious on Sunday is just a temporary thing for you. You will have the answers. You'll have the rest of the story. Okay, so for those of you who have come in since I asked this the last time, please share this video. It's always much more fun for people to get on a live video. While it's actually live, we are going to be finishing up 3 more signs. Then we're going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki and 5 minutes of questions or thereabouts. So if we can have as many people here for Reiki as possible, that would be fantastic. Capricorns, when what am I saying? Capricorn, Sunday, November the 26th. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn, I'm hearing sailing through the air whenever I dig into what I'm picking up for you. And when I hear sailing through the air, I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of text messages or a lot of emails going back and forth between you and somebody else on Sunday. So a lot of communication. For others of you, for a lot of you, this is going to be communication with somebody who is distant to you. For others of you, this sailing through the air means you may be losing a little bit of control. There may be actual things sailing through the air, like you may be throwing a plate across the room, or I don't know, something is sailing through the air. So try to be mellow. Try to be mellow on Sunday. Now, the other thing that could be sailing through the air is a kite. You may be out flying a kite. So if you want to throw something sailing through the air, grab your kite, go outside. I'm only half joking. Aquarius. Let's look at you for Sunday, November the 26th. Words are important to you on Sunday, Aquarius. I think you're reading a lot into the things people are saying to you. You are being very observant. And you're reading a lot into the things people are saying, the things that you're hearing. You are paying attention. Even if you see things on the news, I think that you're going to be reading into what's being said and what's not being said there. Not only are the words that you hear important, but also the words that you don't hear, Aquarius. So for instance, if you're expecting somebody to apologize to you and you don't hear that, that's going to be an influencer in your life on Sunday. Yeah, paying a lot of attention to what other people are saying and just really noticing. I think you're making some decisions based on things that you're reading between the lines. I think there's a situation in your life, Aquarius, where you're not expecting the truth to come out in any kind of direct or blunt way. And so you are looking for the truth between the lines and you're making decisions based on that. So words are very important to you. How they're said, who says them, what's not said, all of that good stuff. Moving on to Pisces, Sunday, November the 26th. What do we have showing up for Pisces? Pisces, I feel like you have an innate curiosity that is sort of the driving force for at least a part of Sunday. And so you are going to be doing some self-propelled research or learning or studying on Sunday. And when I say self-propelled, I mean it's propelled by your own curiosity. It's not that somebody else says, you need to learn this, or, you have to learn something for work or anything like that. It's going to be something that you're interested in strictly because you're interested in it. And so you are going to be digging in and finding out as much information as you can on your own with that. Striving. You came in just right on time. We just did the Pisces. I'm assuming you got here right before I started that. You've been waiting for me all day. I had a plumber here earlier to clear out my sink. He had to snake the sink. So I was kind of waiting for him to leave to start this in case he needed any, I don't know, whatever a plumber might need. Anyway, I'm here now. All right, so let's do 5 minutes of Reiki, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and set the intention for whatever will benefit all of you the most, or each of you the most. If you have a specific need that you would like to point the Reiki towards, feel free to do that. Those of you who join this video after it's done being transmitted, please know that you can still receive the Reiki. All you have to do is set the intention to receive it, and it'll be just as powerful for you as it is for the people who are here right now. So let's go ahead and get this started. Shireen, Connie, hello, hello, welcome. Well, I'm glad that you made it today. You made it just in time for the Reiki. And so a lot of times whenever I send out Reiki energy, people feel things in their body, or else they feel their emotions changing. Not everybody feels anything, so if you're not feeling anything, don't beat up on yourself. But if you are feeling energy going into a certain area, if you do have your emotions changing, then you want to just be aware of where that is. A lot of times where you have feelings going on, I can tell you a little bit about what that might mean for you and what might be coming up as changes for you, or at least what areas may come up with changes. So if you guys feel like throwing that up into the chat, I'll be happy to point you in the best direction I know for that. There's Brenda. Oh, yay. Glad to hear that, Brenda. That's fantastic. So awesome. I know you are jumping up and down to hear from her. Oh, yay. We've got energy going all over the place, guys. I don't have anything that's really super stronger than the other places today. Fantastic, Brenda. That's so good. That is so, so good. Now I wish I could remember what our intention was for your Reiki. I know we talked about that, but I don't know if we made it an intention. It is okay to receive Reiki while you're driving. I would want you to carry some water with you or have something to drink with you that's going to hydrate you, because sometimes Reiki can make you feel dehydrated. Oh, yeah? How'd the x-ray go? Oh, it was one of the intentions? Yay. We only had Reiki like, what, 2 days ago? No, that would have been Thanksgiving Day. When did we have Reiki? Good, good, Shireen. And by the way, having something to drink that will hydrate you is good advice for all of you receiving the Reiki. You may not need it so much with just 5 minutes. If you ever get an hour with me, that's definitely something you're going to want to have on hand. Wednesday, we did it Wednesday. And you feel amazing since Wednesday. That's wonderful. So she called you this morning. It's Saturday, Wednesday to Thursday to Friday to Saturday. So 3 days later, and you guys hadn't talked in what, like 6 months? Oh, it didn't show much. Gotcha. Wow, that's fantastic. Did you guys have a good conversation? ACE Family Studios. Hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room today. You came in just as we're finishing up Reiki. We'll be doing Reiki for a few more seconds here. Oh, that was our second session? Okay, gotcha. Cool, cool. All right, so I am going to finish up Reiki right now. Now what we're into is free-for-all question time. So if you guys still want to talk about Reiki, this is a good time to do that. But if you have other questions as well, I'm certainly happy to answer them. Things like, how do I expand my abilities? What's your favorite pie? How did you get started? Should I be worried about what's going on in my house? I have this, this, and this happening. If somebody's throwing heavy candlesticks at you at your house and you can't see who they are, you should probably be worried. We should talk about what you should do with that. Stuff like that. Pretty much anything. 2 hours worth of conversation. That's wonderful. Yay. So you got to tell her happy birthday. Let's take out some cards for something like that. Will Priscilla's ex accept her offer? Did you striving? That's part of that third eye stuff. You start sensing and being aware. You find it interesting? What do you find interesting about it? I'm curious. Wonderful, Brenda. Will he accept her offer? I think he's going to walk away from it at first, honey. But I feel like that's at first. I think he is going to end up accepting it. He's going to want to make a tweak. He's going to want to make a change. So he may change something about it. At first, though, his first reaction is like, nope. And then he's going to think about it and come back and take it. It's great, isn't it? Because it's never predictable. The energy is never predictable. The Reiki has its own intelligence, so it knows exactly how to do what each person needs. Even if we had 5 people that had the same intention lined up and I was doing Reiki for each one of those, just 5 hours straight in a row, each one of those people would feel something different because the energy would be working differently with that person to get them to their goal. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to do a visit. That's awesome. You've only started looking into it. Have you ever experienced a Reiki session at all, Ace? You are quite welcome, Priscilla. You should get a hold of me for a free session. I offer everybody one free session if they've never bought Reiki from me, just so that you can experience it, because I am like, Reiki has totally changed my life, and I really can't think of anybody that it couldn't help. And I am just thrilled to be able to offer everybody a chance to at least experience it once. Of course, you know, I know you're going to love it so much, you're going to want to buy lots and lots and lots of more Reiki from me later on. But still, that first one is absolutely free. And honestly, there's no pressure. I'm not a high pressure type of girl. So I would say get a hold of me. Let's schedule something. I would love to do a free Reiki session for you, honey. Lorraine, now you're going to have to scroll back on the DVR for the Reiki. You're quite welcome. Best way to find my contact information, Ace, and anybody else who's interested in that offer. I'm not just offering that to Ace. That's to anybody who has not ever had Reiki from me before. Best way to get a hold of me for that is check out my website, find my contact information there. I don't care how you get a hold of me, Skype, text, phone call, email, doesn't matter. It's all there. Get a hold of me and we'll schedule something. And we'll talk about what you would like the Reiki to focus on for you personally. My website is www.amista.info, and I'm sure I've got that down in the description somewhere. Quite welcome, Lorraine. Thank you, Ace. That's cool. Shireen Connie. Okay, so let's see. Well, we might do more than one card. For something like that, I like to have, my favorite spread is a 5-card spread. So should you accept your ex's new offer? Is it a good idea for Shireen Connie to accept the ex's new offer? Where were you feeling it, Shireen? Quite welcome, Priscilla. What part of your body were you feeling it, or were you feeling it in emotions? Shireen, are you the female or the male in this couple? Mm. Okay, you're the female? All right, because that tells me I've got a couple females showing up in the spread, and I didn't know if that was you were making the offer or accepting the offer. Let me send you a little grounding energy to help you with that lightheadedness. Hang on a second, Shireen. Sometimes Reiki can make you feel lightheaded afterwards. Usually 5 minutes doesn't do it, but you must have been getting it pretty strong. So I don't always ground you guys after 5 minutes, but if you ever feel that way, definitely you just want to go ahead and ground. You're quite welcome. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about too is when you're feeling it in your chest area, that means you're having some kind of healing in that heart chakra. If you don't have a medical thing that's literally being worked on by the Reiki energy, then this can be something that is, you know, and some kind of emotional trauma that's being healed up. Okay, so looking at your question, whether you should accept your ex's offer, whether it's a good idea to accept his offer or not. The first card I have here is the Empress card, which is a really good card. It just means you can manifest whatever you want here. And it looks like this offer is pretty good because it has you shown up as the Queen of Coins. 4 of Clubs in reverse. This just tells me that you guys are separated. So, you know, part of the offer is, you know, not getting back together. Looks to me, you've got the 7 of Coins, which to me talks about kind of like payday. So looks like the money is there. I wouldn't say this is super great money. I wouldn't call it a gift. This is more like earned money. but I would say that that looks halfway decent. The only thing I really I'm not thrilled about with the spread is that you've got the Strength card in reverse. Now that can mean one of two things depending on what the offer is. And when you hear me, you'll know what this means. So if this is like a one-time settlement, then this is probably not the strongest settlement that you could get. If this is something that talks about ongoing payments, like if you have alimony or child support coming in, then this is saying that this is something that is good and empowering for you in the long term and over time. So if this is about payments, if that's part of the offer, then I would say that that's good. If this is a one-time settlement, it's okay. It wouldn't be terrible if you turned it down. It wouldn't be terrible if you took it. If it's more of a long-term with payments, then this is really a good offer. Cool, cool. Thank you, Brenda. If he wants you back in his life, from what I'm seeing, then in that case, so he's offering you good money, but you really don't want to do that. Oh, now that sheds a whole new light on this, because I was putting it in one box. If you're telling me that you don't want to be with him and that he wants you back, it looks like he's willing to pay the money to have you back. He's willing to be generous with you to have you back. And then in that case, the Strength card in reverse just means that that's not your self-esteem, and how you feel about yourself is not going to be in the best place if you do this. You would be comfortable though. Which way would it be better for Shireen to go? To get back together with this guy or to stay apart? What would be best for her for a long term? Honey, what's best for you is staying apart from this guy. It looks like there was some pretty crazy stuff going on with him. Best thing you could do would be to get away from him. It's not only going to improve your own self-esteem, that's going to improve like everything about your life. Something about him influenced everything that was going on in your life. Okay. Any good financial news coming soon for striving? This is the last question I'm answering today. Any good financial news? That's a pretty wide open question, striving. Let's take a peek. I mean, as far as I'm seeing there, that could mean you're getting a paycheck. I don't know. I see some money coming in here today, gone tomorrow. And I see something legal not going very well. And I think this may be tied with your medical stuff. I've got something that shows up that might imply a surgery. So this, to me, would be talking about like if you have a workman's comp thing, which I'm thinking maybe you do. But if you had like a workman's comp thing, I don't see this as going very well at all. At all. Whatever money you have right now is here today, gone tomorrow. So, you know, you have free will. Now that you've got that heads up, you can try to hold on to it a little bit more. I know the holidays are coming. That's going to be hard, especially since you have kids. You're quite welcome, Shireen. Okay, so for those of you who actually would want to have a reading with me, all you have to do is check out my website. I'm at amista.info, www.amista.info, and just get a hold of me, contact me, and we can get something scheduled for you. Also, those of you who would like to have a full-blown Reiki session, that is 1 hour of Reiki energy that is focused strictly on you. If you think 5 minutes was amazing, you'll be blown away by an hour. Please get a hold of me. The first session is free. And then after that, we can talk money. But the first session is free, and there's no obligation for you to buy after the first session. But I would like you to at least try it one time. You're quite welcome, Striving. Cool, cool. I look forward to seeing you in the room. Usually I try not to be on this late, but I really don't have a set schedule. I could be on here as early as 8 o'clock. Right now it's like 1:25 where I am. So I'm kind of a hit or miss type person. All right, so thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I am going to close this out now. Everyone have a fantastic day, and if I don't see you, what is today? It's already Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Bye.